Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Hopeful Chewbacca back at the Church of Chewbacca, and today we're going to go over the postseason cards that just came out. It's for the ALDS and NLDS. The way you acquire these cards is you go over to the moments here, and you're going to go to postseason. You're going to go to the Vision series. You're going to play all of these moments. I believe there's 8 of them, which means there's 8 cards to pick from out of this Division series pack, and you'll get to pick 4 cards. We're going to go over all 8 of the cards that are in this Division series pack, give you guys a review of each of the cards, and give them a Chewie rating. The Chewie ratings are 1 through 5, as you guys know from previous Chewie reviews. And we're going to do the 1 through 5 Chewie rating to kind of tell why I feel that that rating is the way it is. Remember, this is later in the game. There are some 99 overalls in this pack, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're the best cards. At the end of the review, I will let you guys know which 4 cards I think you guys should pick out of the pack. Since you only get to pick 4 of them, there's no way to buy them on the market from what I've seen. I am sure they will come out with like an end of the postseason program or something to allow you to unlock the rest of the cards. That's typically what they do, as you've seen from the tops now. However, let's go over these 8 cards from the AL and NLDS. Before we do that, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm uploading more videos. Give this video a like, comment down below what you guys think about these postseason cards that just came out. Let's get into it. RYNE STANEK. The first card we're going to go over is the 93 overall STANEK, who is the relief pitcher for the Miami Marlins. He's right-handed throwing, right-handed batting. He has a 3-pitch repertoire that has a 4-seam fastball, slider, and splitter. He does not have outlier 1, as you guys can see, but he does have Mr. Splitty and Cheesy for his quirk, so that'll help his splitter a little bit. Honestly, with only 3 pitches this late in the game, the STANEK's pretty much a useless bullpen arm, if I'm being 100% honest. Looking at his attributes, he has 25 stamina, 121 hits per 9, 109 K per 9, 69 base on balls per 9, 81 home run per 9, 97 pitching clutch, 77 control, 96 velocity, and 99 break. I mean, the attributes aren't bad, but like I said, 3 pitches. He's going to throw a 4-seam fastball. It does go hard. It's going to go 100 miles an hour. But other than that, it's just not enough, to be honest with you. I just don't think it's that great of a card this late in the season. Therefore, I'm going to give this STANEK 1 Chewie. I don't think we need to go too in-depth about this review for him. There's just so many better options as a relief pitcher, as a closer that you can go with than this STANEK to even give him a shot, especially whenever you only get to pick half the pack. Emilio Pagan. It's another relief pitcher here. It's the 94 overall relief pitcher for the San Diego Padres, Emilio Pagan. He's left-handed batting, right-handed throwing. He has a 4-pitch repertoire with a 4-seam fastball, cutter, curveball, and slider. The 4-seam fastball is going to go about 99 miles an hour. The cutter is going to go 88, curveball 80, slider 87 miles an hour. He has a much better pitch repertoire than the STANEK we just went over. For his attributes, he has a 25 stamina, 118 hits per 9, 92 K per 9, 102 base on balls per 9, 88 home run per 9, 98 pitching clutch, 92 control, 86 velocity, 99 break. So he does have a better pitch repertoire, but his attributes are less than STANEK's. Either way, neither of these 2 cards are really worth picking up in my personal opinion. There's a lot of right-handed relievers. This Pagan is better than the STANEK though. I'm not going to go too in-depth because like I said, I don't know what really you're going to compare it to. I guess if you're a new player, maybe pick up Pagan over STANEK, but if you're that new, you can find better options for a closer relief pitcher. I'm going to give this Pagan 2 Chewies just because he does have pretty good attributes. He has a decent pitch repertoire. He has a good motion to throw with. But at this point in the game, he's just not going to be in a lot of people's bullpens, and that's really going to hurt him. That's why we're giving this Pagan only 2 Chewies here. Julio Urias. The third card here is one of my all-time favorite pitchers to pitch with, especially when playing like a franchise mode, because he's always been a young, good left-handed pitcher with a lot of potential. But he's normally a starting pitcher, and this card is a relief pitcher. He's 95 overall, Julio Urias for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's left-handed throwing, left-handed batting with a 4-pitch repertoire. He has a 4-seam fastball, a curveball, a changeup, and a slider. His 4-seam fastball is going to go about 97. Curveball goes 80, has some nice big break on it. Changeup is going to go 84. Slider's 85, another pitch with a lot of break. Looking at his attributes, he has 74 stamina, 110 hits per 9, 112 K per 9, 87 base on balls per 9, 90 home run per 9, 96 pitching clutch, 89 control, 78 velocity, 99 break. Now, what I will say is beneficial for the Urias and why he might be in some guys' bullpen is he does have 74 stamina. And that does actually help because, as you guys know, they've kind of patched which as they should have, bringing in your starting pitcher as a reliever and him regaining a decent amount of energy. He's normally down for 2 or 3 games. So possibly, especially if you're playing at lower difficulty, you might want to have this TORRES in your bullpen. I think it's beneficial if you get shelled early on to have a guy that can go pretty far into games without blowing your whole bullpen, and TORRES can do that. He does have pretty good stuff. He's very easy to throw with. He is left-handed. Decent attributes. Just something to think about. Because of the fact that he has so much stamina, it's going to give him a bump and make him a reasonably used arm in the bullpen, although I do think he's not even top 5 when it just comes to stuff for lefties. I think there's much better options. I went over that Garrett Crochet the other day, and I think he's much better than TORRES. I think the 94 overall Wagner is better than TORRES. In other aspects, this TORRES is just if you need a long-term reliever, a guy that can give you 3-4 innings in a game because you got shelled early. It'd be nice to have this guy in your bullpen. And because of that, we're going to give him 3 Chewies for his utility option here. Not necessarily that he's more amazing than other guys that you could already have in your bullpen for free. Gleyber Torres. 96 overall shortstop for the New York Yankees, Gleyber Torres. He's right-handed batting, right-handed throwing. He has secondary positions at second base and third base. He has diamond hitting and diamond defense. Honestly, he has one of the best swings in the entire game. I absolutely raked with his face of the franchise card early on. He seemed to make a lot of plays at third base for me. Now, granted, this is pretty far back in the game. I don't know how useful this card is. But if you're a Yankees fan and you like Torres' swing, he could obviously be very useful even at this point in the game. Looking at his attributes, he's 103 contact versus righty, 92 contact versus lefty, 99 power versus righty, 116 power versus lefty with 83 vision, 112 discipline, 97 clutch. Looking at his fielding, he has 83 fielding, 86 arm strength, 80 arm accuracy, 88 reaction with 40 speed, 14 stealing, and 36 base running aggressive. So he does actually have really good hitting attributes. His vision is very high compared to the typical Gleyber Torres cards at 83, which is pretty nice. Like I said, very glitchy swing, can play all 3 positions in the infield. However, it is later in the game. I'm going to give this Torres 3 Chewies. I think it could be usable for like a Yankees steam team. I can't think of another shortstop that's out right now for the Yankees that plays better than this Torres. I could be wrong on that. Don't hold me to it. If I am wrong, let me know in the comments down below. But I do really like his swing. He has good contact, good power. I just think this late in the game, he's not going to be your starting shortstop, especially not with all the shortstops they've given us recently. So I'm going to give him 3 Chewies as a card that is obviously pretty good at attribute-wise, but probably not going to make most guys starting lineups or bench. Michael Brousseau. The next card is a 97 overall, Michael Brousseau, first baseman for the Tampa Bay Rays. And he's right-handed batting, right-handed throwing. He has secondary positions at second base, third base, and shortstop, so you can play him all over the infield if you like. He has diamond hitting, silver defense. He has 87 contact versus righty, 125 contact versus lefty, 87 power versus righty, 125 power versus lefty, 75 vision, 89 discipline, 125 clutch. In the field, he has 73 fielding, 68 arm strength, 82 arm accuracy, 68 reaction with 69 speed, 2 stealing, 35 base running aggressiveness. Honestly, this Brousseau can only really be used as a pinch hitter against lefties. The rest of the card's pretty useless at this point in the game, and that's pretty much how you have to look at him as. And because of this, I think there's other guys that are great left pinch hitters against lefties, and I know why he has that is because of him hitting that home run off of Aroldis Chapman in the ALDS, essentially to clinch it in the 8th inning. So, I mean, it's just one of those things where, like, I get it, but I think he only needs a pinch hitter. I think there's better options. So I'm actually going to give this guy 2 Chewies because I don't think he's really that useful other than being a pinch hitter against lefties. I haven't really used his swing at all, to be honest with you. Maybe he's a good swing, maybe he doesn't. Maybe that 2 Chewies is low. But honestly, if you need a left-handed pinch hitter, I think there's just better options out there already that you can even get for free. So this Brousseau's going to stay with 2 Chewies here. Marcus Semien. The 98 overall Marcus Semien, shortstop for the Oakland Athletics, right-handed throwing, right-handed batting with secondary positions at second base and third base. And he was absolutely raking in the ALDS. I think he had like 2 hits every game. I mean, that's what the card says. I think some games he had 3 hits. Looking at his attributes, you would think that his contact would be a little bit higher for what he did in the series, but it's just not. Looking at 95 contact versus righty, 87 contact versus lefty, 100 power versus righty, 93 power versus lefty, 104 vision, 105 discipline, 94 clutch. In the field, he has 90 fielding, 80 arm strength, 91 arm accuracy, 93 reaction, 65 speed. Not too bad of attributes. Overall, he's very well rounded. He's somebody that I guess if you're a newer player wouldn't be a bad shortstop until you could unlock some of the player of the months. But I would rather have you spend the time against some of the player month cards than this Marcus Semien to unlock them. But I don't think it's that bad of a card, to be honest. I'm going to give him, with all the shortstops we got, I guess I'll have to give him 3 Chewies because I think he is a little bit better than that GLEYBER Torres, more well-rounded. He does have a very good swing like GLEYBER Torres does. So we'll give him 3 Chewies here. He can be suitable for some teams, but I do just think there's better options in the game so far. And it's really what a lot of these postseason cards are going to come down to. Carlos Correa. Now we're getting to essentially the prime rib of this pack. It's the last 2 cards. This one is the 99 overall Carlos Correa, shortstop for the Houston Astros. He's right-handed batting, right-handed throwing. Secondary is at second base and third base. He has diamond hitting, diamond defense. This card is pretty dang good. Looking at the card, he has 116 contact versus righty, 115 contact versus lefty, 118 power versus righty, 84 power versus lefty, 90 vision, 95 discipline, 105 clutch. He has 91 fielding, 97 arm strength, 90 arm accuracy, 85 reaction with 58 speed, 6 stealing, 40 base running aggressiveness. Now, what I will say about this Correa is he's not better than the Fernando Tatis player of the month that came out. But this Correa could actually make your starting lineup, especially if you want to use cards that are not legends. If you want to use guys that are playing now, this Correa is one of the best infielders you can get. He has great contact from both sides, good vision at 90, great power against righties, okay power against lefties at 84, but honestly, you're going to face more right-handed pitching this year than left-handed pitching. That was every year for the most part, especially since Kershaw is not an absolute stud. That's really why he faced a lot of lefties last year. Great fielding. I think you could fill in at third base, to be honest, because you're going to obviously have the Tatis at shortstop, in my opinion, if you're using cards that have like live series versions of themselves. This Correa is tenfold better than the player of the month card he got earlier in the year, which I believe was for the month of May, if I'm not mistaken. So this Correa is an absolute stud. I'm going to give him, only because, like I said, there are better cards out there, I'm going to give him 4 Chewies because he doesn't have the best power against lefties, but he is great defensively, good vision, great against righties. I think it's somebody that could definitely be on your bench at least, and I don't even like his swing that much. I don't think he has one of the best swings in the game, but we're going to go with 4 Chewies because I think that's just the kind of player that he could be for people. Travis d'Arnaud. So this is the second card of Travis d'Arnaud that is a diamond that I've reviewed. Obviously, that Tops Now where that card kind of raked, where he's wearing the mask or the gator. This card is him in the postseason. He's 99 overall, catcher for the Braves, secondary of first base, right-handed throwing, right-handed batting. Looking at his attributes, he has 125 contact versus righty, 85 contact versus lefty, 125 power versus righty, 90 power versus lefty, 102 vision, 98 discipline, 109 clutch. In the field, he has 82 fielding, 91 arm strength, 84 arm accuracy, 74 reaction, 85 blocking, 47 speed, 0 stealing, 1 base running aggressiveness. This d'Arnaud has a very good swing as well. Max contact and power versus righties. Above average against lefties with good vision. Pretty decent in the field here. I actually do think this d'Arnaud could be some people starting catchers, especially if you're an Atlanta Braves fan. I'm going to give this d'Arnaud, though, 4 Chewies, only because he does have the Tops Now card that is a little bit more balanced than this is. Obviously, this is more geared towards right-handed hitters, and obviously this card is better than his 95 overall Tops Now. I'm just saying he already has a Tops Now card out. There are better catchers that are out, in my personal opinion, especially with the Jimmy Fox. However, this is probably the best catcher that's absolutely for free. I'm very fond of Jason Kendall from the Stage 3 team affinities for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and I think that was probably the best for free catcher if you don't count the inning bosses. However, this d'Arnaud, absolute stud. All right, guys, so we've given a Chewie review of all 8 of the cards that are in this postseason pack. The 4 cards that I would pick, to be honest with you, even though they might not be the highest Chewie rating, because like I said, I'm basing it off the entire team. However, looking at it just in the pack itself of what you can get use out of, I would pick Julio Urias, BROUSSEAU from the Tampa Bay Rays, which is that first baseman that hit the home run off of Chapman, Carlos Correa, and Travis d'Arnaud. I would say that Marcus Semien is a close 5th in that pack. You'd have to pick between BROUSSEAU and Semien. However, Semien and Correa play the same position. You should already have the Tatis Jr. There's just so many guys that are middle infielders in the game so far. That's what really hurts Semien. But those are the 4 I would go with. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. as for this video, that's the end of it. We've done the Chewie reviews of all 8 cards. I've given you the 4 cards that you should pick. You guys have a great day and be safe. Hope to see you guys around. Don't forget to comment, like, and share this video.